I agree on one piece of this, the accountability is a piece, and Jeff and I disagree on this. I heard this, I'm a public school teacher, and I always heard that you can't fire public school teachers. Well, one of the reasons is the principals don't get out of their office and do what's necessary to try and show whether they're either performing or not performing. The issue on this is coming up is I don't think it makes much sense to strip the ability of workers to have collective bargaining rights to be able to go to their folks and talk about it. I think you peel these people off. Yet in many cases, the only strength they have is to go and collectively argue that something wrong is happening at their VA. And so we don't disagree, and I think the chairman has been an absolute champion on accountability. I couldn't agree more, and we passed one on these SES folks because a lot of them in special executive service, I understand it. These are highly qualified people. They could either take a position as the hospital director at the Mayo Clinic, or they could take it at the VA hospital. We want them in the VA hospital, so there has to be some incentives, but not the abuse that was there, and not the idea that they would just simply outlast administrations and be there beyond that. And so I do agree, the quickest thing you can do is start to have that accountability piece in it. I think it's done by having high expectations of what we're going to say and what we're going to do. I think there are ways, and they have it, if they would just move on it and do their job to get rid of them, breaking that piece of the culture. But I would say right now, I think a big mistake is going to be made that is going to have long-lasting implications, that is going to hurt our ability to be able to do this is DOD, regardless, and they said they're going to do it, they're on their path to purchasing a new electronic medical record, and they don't care what VA says. So you, the taxpayers, everyone, we're going to buy a system for them that by all accounts will not be able to communicate with the VA or possibly the private sector. I think that is irresponsible if you go. So I think there's agreement on this. Hold those that are doing what's wrong quickest as possible, but then give us the tools to have this big systemic change. And the big systemic change in the world today is being able to manage data, being able to manage that data towards an outcome that is better health care.
Michael, real quick, to